Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Spotty Underdog, and in this video I am showing off this multi-floor flying machine slime block elevator that I spent a lot of time developing, like several hours over the course of like 2 days, 3 days. At this point I've lost track of time. Alright, I've got 7 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors to choose from. We've got floor 2, which is the floor right above us. And I'm going to hit that button, and after a bit of time, our piston will extend, and then our elevator will launch. Oh great, I gotta manually launch it. Maybe I had a brief lapse in redstone there. You saw nothing. No, it should have fired. It should have launched. Yeah, it should have launched. I mean, it is a 2-second... No, yeah, let's see, DPS is... Anyways, let's say... Alright, the next floor is floor 3. Now you decide to work! Now you decide to! Anyways, I will show you the redstone when I'm done, showing it off. Anyway, so there's floor 3, floor 4... I'm just going to show you all the buttons. I want to prove that all the buttons work. Okay? All the buttons work. I must prove all the buttons work. The buttons work. Oh, and also the redstone is basically the same for each floor. It's just copy and pasted. Let's see, I did floor 2, I did floor 3, I did floor 4, floor 5. If I missed one, please tell me. Please. Ah, here we are. Oh, and those buttons are call buttons. I'll have to show those off later. Again, the redstone's basically the same for every floor, but I want to show that this can stop at whatever floor you want. It also automatically turns, and for floor 6, I'll show off the level select. So floor 6 will activate, and then because I pulled this lever, the button doesn't automatically launch this anymore. I can now just push this button. I now have to push the button to launch the floor. This can be helpful if you, say, don't have the time to push a button and walk. I mean, the activation system can get long if you have like more than the number of floors that I have right here. I mean, it does only have a 2-second launch delay, so, yeah. And then the last floor is floor 7. Alrighty, is floor 7's piston extended out yet? Yep, there's piston 7. Has been extended out. There is a tiny bit of delay. Now, both floor 6s and 7s, I believe, don't fully extend until after the elevator has launched, but there's enough time between when that happens and when they extend, when they arrive extended fully, that you really don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm going to show off the calling feature on floor 7, but the elevator first has to arrive. In the meantime, you can look at all the iterations of the machine that I have. That's a preliminary version before I added a few more features onto this version. That's version 3, this is version 4, and then these are individual floor modules that I did individual modifications to do testing. That has an outdated mechanism that fed in on itself that I discovered that the hard way. Alright, the elevator should be at the bottom of the shaft now, and we can choose a floor. I'm going to choose this floor right here, randomly, and I can call the elevator, the piston extends out, and our elevator launches relatively quickly, and then it'll be arriving shortly. And now, rather than drop down, we can ride down in style. Sorry. And that can be on or off, and just to prove that 6 and 7 actually also do auto-launch, I'm going to quickly show this. As you can see, it does work. Now to show you guys the redstone. So now, this machine uses a mix between traditional redstone, railstone, as you can see, and a tiny bit of tree stone, or leaf stone, whatever it's called. And also the redstone is basically as compact as I can get it. The magic all starts here. The button selection panel. When I select a button, I'm going to slow down the text so you guys can see what can happen. What happens. I can select a floor. Let's say floor 5. Then, the corresponding observer will fire. It will send a signal up to floor 5, activating it. Now what you're seeing here is some reset material, but don't worry, a signal will then come up again and make sure our piston is activated. Now, this blue redstone line right here, railstone line, ensures that everything has been, all the other pistons, in case for whatever reason, then this redstone, say whatever other reason this redstone block was right here, well, it would get retracted during that first stage, and that's why this extends, because that signal reaches there first, gets retracted, and because of the tree stone, there's a second signal that comes up because we reset the button in machine so that there is no outputs. But sends another signal up that actually sends that. That reactivates it. Now that's what the blue redstone does. The blue redstone resets the thing, sets the storage modules, and activates these. One second, the elevator must be launched. But, let's say I wanted to re-choose floor 7. Well, here, now as you can see, floor 5, the one that was previously activated, got shut. So that's why that's important, because of when we do the locking. That happens, and everything as before, the tree stone is set up properly, gets set up, and floor 7's now active. Now, over here is the yellow redstone is our calling redstone line. This is the important stuff. This is some fairly important stuff, and I had some tricky issues with it. Basically, what happens when we call the elevator is we get a signal that goes down to where the elevator gets launched, and another signal goes down our railstone lines. One reset goes down and resets all of the elevators below it. We don't have to worry about the stuff below it, above it, but below it. And the reason why we want to do that is because we might have selected something down below, and, well, it might not have launched the elevator because of the modes that I have there. Therefore, we want to make sure everything gets shut. And then, because there's a brief delay built into here, it activates our double piston extender and our leaf stone by conjunction because of some shenanigans here, and the elevator will automatically come up, arrive, and then, thanks to our lime circuit, which, you know, I'm going to hop over to one of our smaller modules over here to show you what goes on with our lime circuit. When the elevator arrives, this observer, when the elevator comes, this dropper gets powered, which the observer detects, and sends a signal to here, to 1, reset this redstone block, which deactivates our double piston extender right there, and sends a timer, a timed delay to a redstone lamp right here, which when it turns on, sends our elevator back down. Now, down here is our launching area. Over here, you can see the mechanism that determines whether or not our button panel can launch the elevator or not. And right here, we can see the call mechanism launch. And this is also where our first floor button launch activates. Now, if you were to just push that button, there are no precautions in place that would just stop it from flying onto the roof. So you would need to have a roof overhead like I have here, or you could build a just regular old floor and stop it using some immovable blocks above the obsidian. However, you would need a button that has everything linked up because of some of the precautions, like resetting the piston, any activated pistons, and for the calling feature, you would need to set redstone up for. But other than that, that is it. Yeah. Have a good look at the redstone. And this is version 3 of the design. I have version 2 over here, only it does not have the going up button calling, but it still does have a mechanism that deactivates this thing's ability to launch the elevators, which is what inspired me to go onto version 3.4 over here, which does have that mechanism installed and added quite a bit more observers and rails. Anyways, this has been Spotty Underdog showcasing my multi-floor slime block elevator, and I'll see you in the next video.